Hello everyone. In the 2015 MIT Technology Review, a staff writer provided us with the statistic. After 1 million miles of travel, the number of accidents Google's self-driving vehicle has had is 14. Listening to my speech will give you a better understanding of what a driverless car is. In the future, you may be considering buying a car. In the future, you will consider buying a car, and it is more than likely that you guys will do research on a couple of cars, and it may just be that a driverless car will be one of the cars you will further be looking into. So first, I will tell you guys about what a driverless car is and its functions. Second, I will tell you guys about its features. And third, I will tell you about the technology that is currently being created for the future of this vehicle. What is a driverless car? It is a transportation tool to get individuals from point A to point B. From an engineer's view, it is a systematic approach that engineers are creating a more sustainable, reliable, and safe transportation tool. Basically, it is a robotic vehicle. It is a robotic vehicle that needs no human to operate it. It is a vehicle that is always focused on driving safely, so it has no distractions, no blinking, no text messaging, no falling asleep. Overall, it is a system that will navigate itself through the use of technology. What is its functions? Some of the functions consist of radar sensors which detect the cars that are nearby it. It's video cameras that detect street signs, street lights, pedestrians, and other obstacles. It's lidar sensors that detect lane markings and the edges of the road. It's ultrasonic sensors which detect curves and any cars that are parked against the sidewalk. And lastly, it's computer system which analyzes all of its systems together in order to control the steering, the acceleration, and the braking of the car. What are its features? Currently, this car has mastered a couple of things, one of those things being driving in the city. So the car can detect things such as a crossing guard with a stop sign, pedestrian jaywalking, or even the hand signals of a cyclist. Another thing that self-driving vehicles have mastered is working as its own GPS system. So the vehicle will choose its own route depending on the time that it takes to get to your destination. And for example, if you are going on the freeway, its GPS system will allow the computer system to know, so the car can accelerate to the speed that is needed to go onto the ramp and to decelerate to get off of the ramp. Some of the things that, another thing that this car has also mastered is parking on its own. So its radar sensors, again, will detect the cars that it is parking between when it is parallel parking, and its cameras will detect anything behind the car when it is parking rear-ended. Some of the technology that is currently being created for the future of this vehicle is the integration between communication with the car and iPads or your phones. An application that they're currently working on is an application that will allow you to request a ride from the service. So technically, it is going to be like the Uber of our future. And if you're planning of buying the car and not using it as a transportation service, then there is also an app made for you, and that app lets the car take you to your destination, drop you off at the entrance of your destination, and it will go park on its own, and it will automatically let your phone know where it parked. Another thing that they're currently working on is facial recognition cameras. Because this is going to be a transportation service for probably the elderly or disabled, these facial recognition cameras are there in the case of an emergency. So if something happens to the passenger, they pass out, they go unconscious, the facial recognition camera should be able to detect that, and then the car will automatically go off the road by itself, and it will seek for help. I hope my speech allowed you a better understanding of what a driverless vehicle is. My speech was surrounded by the three main ideas of what a driverless car is, its functions, its its features, and the technology that is currently being created for it. I hope that I saved you guys some time in doing research that you would have probably done in the future when you're looking into cars, and I will leave you with the following. There's no exact date out for when consumers can buy this vehicle, but companies such as Tesla, Mercedes-Benz, BMW, Google, and Audi, they have all roughly estimated about 3 years for their cars to be on the road and about 5 years for their cars to be in mass production.